Company of Heroes 3 is an RTS strategy game with 4 distinct factions, and plenty of problems among them. Today, I'd like to quickly cover what issues Relic still needs to address. These are all things that bug me, a devout player of 3v3 and 4v4 multiplayer. These are in no particular order, and they cover a wide variety of fields, so if you don't find your biggest critique here, like the store, it probably didn't come to my mind when I made the list. Without further ado, let's begin. My first and biggest issue is the lack of maps. Majano Gap and Winterline are both good maps, better than something like Steppes from CoH3, and Gazala and L'Aquila are also quite good for the 3v3 format, with the former probably being my favorite map in the game. The airfield design is just fantastic, but the lack of variety 2 months after launch is frankly a very low bar to set for the release of a massive RTS like Company of Heroes 3. And while I like all 4 maps I just mentioned, they do have issues, like the easy to cut off side of the map in Winterline's case. So, Relic, release more maps for God's sake, or I know someone that will do your job for you. Next up, the Whiz Bang. Americans are in a sad state, but this unit is even sadder. With a bit of a range that leaves it open to AT guns and tanks, a range buff would help this unit immensely. Why its range is so limited when Stukas, Bishops, and Nebelwerfers have insane range is beyond me. For our third critique, I'm focusing on late game armor in general. Whether you have a Black Prince, a Panther, or a Tiger, it always feels like these units just don't make it to the field unless you're focusing on it from the very start or breaking the game like at the launch of CoH3. Games are too quick in general, and knocking each of these down a CP point or two would help create the late game chaos we know and love of the franchise. My fourth issue I touched upon before, but games feel too short. I understand that not everyone wants long games, so Relic, listen, maybe make a game mode with 750 victory points, another with 500. One could be ranked, the other could be unranked. I don't care how you do it, I just like a little extra length in my CoH3 games, and I would definitely play that option if it were available to me. Also, yeah, like I mentioned before in issue number 4, more game modes would be nice. At a bare minimum, maybe ranked and unranked. That way people who just want to have fun have a smaller chance of getting wrecked by a pre-made team, or those pre-made teams can find worthy competition. Just a thought. The 6th issue I have, which is the most important of my list, is the annoying battle group bug at the top right of the screen. I don't know what this is. I don't know why I can select these 3 icons. I just know that selecting the 3 icons doesn't change anything, makes the same noise no matter what I choose, and it bugs me. It bugs me a lot. Is that the most important issue I've listed so far? Absolutely. Now throw all the manpower you have at this problem. This should be fixed yesterday. My 7th issue is more of a request due to the faction's poor performance in 3v3 and 4v4 multiplayer, but both riflemen, they're still weak, and I think maybe knocking down the tech costs would help the unit not be ignored. Whether it be this or another health increase, give the Americans a fighting chance against the 8 rads, please. My 8th issue is still no official replay system. Why must you make 117 have to like jerry rig his own? Just why, please? I mean, this feels like the Halo Infinite equivalent to like Forge, you know? Maybe getting the system launched sooner rather than later would be, I don't know, a nice feature to have. For number 9, Bersaglieri are still good, and they've been good since launch. Probably definitely too good. Why not move the sprint to a Vet 1 ability, or a free ability with a cooldown? Having Italians casually sprinting across the map like Olympic sprinters, especially when the unit explodes in power with just a few CP points, is maybe just too good. No? Yes? I think yes. And finally, issue number 10. Why are manpower points still able to have caches put on them when they do nothing? Like, I understand like health caches for certain factions like the British, but they don't do anything. Like, this isn't a bug, it's a feature, but what kind of feature is this? It doesn't do anything. I need to know, because if it's just a bug, then maybe you remove it? Yes? Yes. So those are my 10 biggest gripes concerning the game at the moment. From game modes, to bugs, to units, to inexplicable features and weird choices in design. But what are your biggest problems? Leave your comments down below, and hopefully I'll have a new how to open video next week. I've held off because I've heard word of a patch that I didn't want to release another how to open a day before a patch, so I figured I'd give it another week. I'm moving next weekend, so it'll definitely be a midweek video with all the chaos going on my end, just as a heads up. Until then, I'm Greyshot151, and I'll see you all next time.
Hello everyone, this is Greyshot117, and before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters, Joey G240, Milam, Big Cooch, Aphyria, Ace, Pyro Shark, Tony B95, Epic Pleb, Thank you all for your incredible support and helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.